Good morning, everyone. How are you? Today we discuss a new lesson in the Unit 3 for Secondary 1 first term. This lesson talks about acids and bases and the main properties and their definitions. Firstly, acids and bases are widely used in our life. Acids can be used in fertilizers, explosives, medicines, plastic, car batteries. Even the vinegar in our kitchen is an acid, while bases is used in the manufacturing of soup, detergents, dyes, and medicines. Here a list illustrate some products used as acids or as bases or in their structure include acids and bases. Okay, for example, citrus plant, lemon, orange, tomatoes, dairy products, soft drinks, all of which contain acids, while soup, baking soda, and washing soda containing bases. Okay, what is the general properties of acids and bases? Generally, acids have sour taste, like lemon, orange, tomato, while bases have bitter taste and soapy feel. Acids change the blue litmus paper into red, while bases change red litmus paper into blue. Acids and bases, when react together, they produce water and salts. This reaction called neutralization. Acids react with metals to produce hydrogen gas. For example, zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid. Zinc substitute hydrogen in the acid and make zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas, which is evolved. Okay, and this hydrogen gas can burn with pop sound. Okay. While acids, when react with carbonates and bicarbonates, also produce gases or gas called carbon dioxide, causing effervescence and turbidity in the clear lime water. Like this picture, clear lime water, when passing carbon dioxide through it, change to a milky turbid mixture. The theories which define the acids and bases are different. In this lesson, we will study three theories. The first one called Arrhenius Theory, the second Brunstad-Lowry Theory, and finally Lewis Theory. In Arrhenius Theory, the acid or Arrhenius acid is the substance that dissolves in water and ionizes or dissociates, giving one or more hydrogen ion. While Arrhenius base, it is the substance that dissolves in water and ionizes or dissociates, giving one or more hydroxide ions. So acid and base in Arrhenius theory must dissolve it in water, and acid must give proton or positive hydrogen ion, one or more, while Arrhenius must give one or more of hydroxide ions. So acid is a source for hydrogen ions and base is a source for hydroxide ion. Okay, here an example for an acid dissolved in water to produce hydrogen ion, HCl. Dissolved HCl is a gas. When dissolved in water, give positive hydrogen ion, aqueous, and chloride ion, aqueous. While when dissolving sodium hydroxide in water, give sodium ion, aqueous, and hydroxide ion, aqueous also. Now, we will discuss the drawbacks of Arrhenius theory. Arrhenius theory cannot define all types of acids and bases. For example, it cannot explain the fact that some compounds like carbon dioxide don't contain a source of hydrogen ion, but they dissolve in water, giving aqueous acidic solution. Also, some compounds like ammonia don't have or don't contain source of hydroxide ion, but they dissolve in water, giving aqueous basic solution. The second theory, it is Brunelleschi theory, which define the acid and base on the basis of who donate proton or positive hydrogen ion and who accept this proton or this positive hydrogen ion. In Brunelleschi theory, the acid, it is the substance that donates protons, so-called proton donor, while base is defined as it is the substance that accepts proton, so-called proton acceptor. When acid and base react together, like this example, or the reaction of ammonia and water, water donates proton to ammonia. So water is proton donor and ammonia is proton acceptor. So water is an acid while ammonia is an base. This reaction produces, according to Brunelleschi theory, conjugated acid and conjugated base. Acid, when loss or donate proton, give conjugated base, while base, when accept proton, it converted to conjugated acids. Okay, so we can define the conjugate base, which it is the substance which is formed when the acid loses a proton, while the conjugate acid, it is the substance which is formed due to the acception of proton. This is the summary of this process. Acid donates proton to base, which accept this proton. Acid change to conjugate base and base change to conjugate acid. Now we will transfer to Lewis' definition or Lewis' theory about acid and base. In Lewis' theory, the acid, it is the substance that accepts a lone pair of electrons or more, while Lewis' base, it is the substance that donates a lone pair of electrons or more. For sure, some atoms have electrons not involved in a chemical bond. If this atom have a pair of electrons not involved in a formation of a chemical bond, this pair of electrons called lone pair. And this lone pair, if donated to other atom, it will be a base. And the other atom other substance or molecule which accept this lone pair of electrons will be an acid according to Lewis' theory. Okay, this donation may one pair or more, also this exception may be one pair or more. Here, this is an example for to illustrate the Lewis theory. Lewis theory explain this donation and acception of electron pair as we see now. Fluoride ions have 4 electron pairs. One of them is donated to positive hydrogen ion. In this case, fluoride ion is a base according to Lewis theory, while the positive hydrogen ion will be an acid according to Lewis theory. This is the shape or figure illustrate this transfer of electron pair or lone electron pairs. Finally, we can summarize the definition of acid and base according to the three theories of Arrhenius, Brunstad, Lowry, and Lewis. Okay, the acid, it is the substance that dissolves in water, giving one or more positive hydrogen ion, while base, it is the substance that dissolves in water, giving one or more hydroxide ions. While Brunstad, Lowry define the acid as the substance that donates proton, while the base is the substance that accepts this proton. In case of Brunstad, Lowry, the transfer of hydrogen from one molecule to another will produce conjugate acid and conjugate base. In Lewis theory, the acid is defined as this substance which accepts a lone pair of electrons or more, while the base, it is the substance which donates a lone pair of electrons or more. This is the end of our lesson, and thank you for your attention. Goodbye.